Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good afternoon from London, England. Also, should I say sunny London, England? From your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly, DLG Reppin, otherwise short for Delhi London Guna, space, Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. Otherwise, should I say good morning to you guys, whether you are taking your loved ones out for a trip or to the seaside. That could be a trip to the seaside. You're sitting down watching TV, having Sunday dinner or Sunday breakfast, should I say. Or should I say good evening, whether you are planning to go to bed after you finish watching a movie, whether you're still out and about in the park, um, doing some washing up. I don't know. Allow me to say good night and rest well, yeah, to all you football fans and Arsenal fans out here. And this is a match review of Arsenal's matches, whether win, lose, or draw, should I say. Other than that, shout out to DGB for his Saliba. Ooh, 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 Saliba. Welcome again to another Arsenal match review. It finished yesterday at the Emirates. Arsenal 2, Fulham 1. We're going to go through the match review. We're going to go through the management, the ref, and of course the fans review. And that's long after we go through the players review. And well, that's before we even go to. I can't even talk at the moment. Before we even go into the players review, I would like to say well done to the players. I mean, in that game, in that first half, we didn't do enough to create opportunities as such. But we created a couple of opportunities, but I think we could have created more on our day. Knowing us, Fulham, we're always up against it. They were going to be organised, structured, and prepared to hit us on the counter attack. You could see that was in their plan. In the second half, for me, it was tight, 0-0, and then a silly error by Gabriel Magalhaes. Gets himself bullied by Mitrovic. For the simple fact is, he mucked about with the ball, and he gets caught. And Mitrovic, he is a goal scorer. I'm going to read this comment here. It says, "Big up Gabriel to recover from his mistake, to gut and to go and score." Yeah, I mean he recovered from that mistake, but showed guts, showed mental strength and the mentality to go on, make himself useful at a set piece situation in our favour and score the winning goal. That is what you call a monster mentality, and we needed that from him and the players. Other than that, I thought Martin Odegaard was boss above all players on that pitch, the best player on that pitch by a country mile. He took his goal well. Well, he took his goal well, although it was a deflection. He ran the show for me. I mean, Martinelli and Saka could have done more to get into the game, but for me, Martinelli, his set pieces, they are quite poor at times, if I'm being honest. Bukayo Saka, we saw moments of brilliance in places, but he could have done a lot more to get involved in the game, or his teammates could have done a lot more to get him involved in the game. But yeah, every time he was one-on-one with their left back, he looked like a promising threat. Defensively, we were not too bad. I didn't think we were too bad. But nevertheless, Fulham were well structured defensively, disciplined. They had to be organised. They were a threat on the counter attack. And Mitrovic, for me, he was like a strong object up in the air. And for me, he was always going to cause us problems in the air, and it was always down to Saliba and Gabriel dos Santos Magalhaes to make sure they look after him and look after him as best they can. And that's a credit to the two centre halves. In fact, massive credit goes out to Mikel Arteta. He's picked the best team possible. He took off a left back and brought on an attacking player in Eddie Nketiah, and that's when the intensity went up a level, should I say. So for Mikel Arteta to take off a left back, leave us with a back three, I like, or maybe Saka filling that position, and Eddie Nketiah going and join Jesus. I mean, it shows you what we needed to do to get that equaliser. So yeah, all is well. 4 wins, 12 points. I can't complain. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the player ratings. And before I just do that, I'm going to read another comment from DGB. Odegaard moving like KDB with the passing. I'll tell you what, it was, for me, if not the best game he's had in an Arsenal shirt, it was a great game that he had in an Arsenal shirt and probably one of his best to date. And for me, he inspired us into that victory without a shadow of a doubt. So in goal, Aaron Ramsdale. For me, in that game, he pulled off 2, if not 3, important saves. For me, he was always comfortable with his feet, which is always going to be the case. Good at dealing with a set piece situation. His handling, his catching, superb, of course. But when called upon, made 2, if not 3, good saves. I would have to give him a 7.5. I'm gonna go with the back 4 now. Ben White, superb again. Supported Bukayo Saka when Saka was going direct at their left back, and he offered us that offensive outlay there when he was bombing on forward. Defensively, as sound and solid as he could possibly be. I'm going to give him an 8. William Saliba, wow, he is a hell of a Rolls Royce of a defender. You can see what 3 seasons of going out on loan from Arsenal has done to him. And the most important thing for me right now is we need to tie this guy to a new contract. And that's vastly important for me. I will give this guy, I'm going to give him an 8.5. Excuse me, William Saliba. Calm and composed on the ball. And there was a moment in the game where he received a short pass just away from Mitrovic, and he done a little Cruyff turn with it, and I thought, wow, brilliant. He gets an 8.5. He's got so much confidence in his own ability, and he knows it. Gabriel dos Santos Magalhaes. I thought all in all, he performed really well. I thought he was solid in the air, won every header possible. I don't think he lost one header yesterday. On the ground, comfortable with the ball at his feet, although over too confident, cost him and the team a goal, which went Fulham's way. Mitrovic was presented with a gift, so he had to bully Gabriel dos Santos out the way. Give Gabriel credit. He tried to make the challenge, but it was too little too late. I'm going to give Gabriel, well, apart from the goal, I'm going to give him an 8. Kieran Tierney, he wasn't too bad. There were moments in that game where you could see that he's not quite up to speed with his match fitness. He was asked to come in for Zinchenko, and he did. I didn't think he was too bad, and I don't think he had too bad of a game. Defensively, he was as solid as they come. I mean, he done a good job. I'm going to give him a 7. Right, my midfield area, because we played a 4-2-3-1. Mohamed El Neni. Now, he was tidy, and I think, to my memory, he only gave the ball away once. And apart from the sidewards and backwards passing, he was steady in his position. But I would like to see him take more risks by finding an Arsenal player going forward with a forward pass. Other than that, yeah, he had a steady-ish game. I'll give him a 7. Granit Xhaka, I thought he was superb yesterday in his performance. The way that he caressed and looked after the ball, the way he was helping the team, the way he was helping the team with his attacking instance as well. What should I say? Attacking for me, Granit Xhaka, yeah, he didn't put a foot wrong. Every time he had the ball, he just wanted to pass it forward, and credit to him. Even though it didn't pay off some of the passes, at least he was going forward with a pass, and I feel that he deserves an 8 out of 10. Right, the wingers I'm going to go for. Bukayo Saka, again, he wasn't too bad. Didn't think it was one of his best games as such, but he looked a threat in places, especially his battle with Robinson. And in the first half, he cut inside the defender, had a shot on goal with the side of his foot, but unfortunately for him, he found Leno in top form, and credit to Leno on his return to the Emirates. I'm going to have to give him a 6, if I'm being honest. And I love Saka, but for me, there's times where he has to be criticised with his performances in terms of the final ball in the final third that we get in the final third, which is Fulham's half. 6 out of 10. Martin Odegaard, my man of the match. Absolute outstanding performance. Complete player, complete footballer, playing with a level of confidence and doing it in abundance for me. Fulham at times couldn't live with him. DGB has said there, Saka got an assist. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He played a 1-2 with I think he played a 1-2 with Odegaard, but I didn't think he did enough in the game. That's why I'm giving him a 6. I will give Martin Odegaard a 9. Absolute outstanding performance. Tremendous work rate. Tremendous pressing when we haven't got the ball. And he led by example there. Even though he's not the most vocal in the change room or on the pitch, he leads by his own performances. And I'm giving him a 9 overall. Gabriel Martinelli, I didn't think he had too much of a bad game as such. But I'm being honest, there were times where he was direct, he got at the defenders, and he was crossing the balls. He was whipping the balls into the box. Even times where his delivery was so disappointing at times, I would have to relieve him of corner duties or set piece duties. Other than that, he weren't too bad as such when asked to go direct to their right back. I will give him, I'll give him a 7. He just about gets away with a 7. Anyway, before I carry on, if any of you agree or disagree, let me see your scores out of 10 for the players, yeah? And DGB, involve your family and your friends to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm giving Martinelli, I'll give him a 7, just about. Gabriel Jesus, now he had 1 or 2 key opportunities, especially in the first half where he was put through. But for me, he showed a little bit too much of it to Team Ream. Hence the reason why Ream got the interception. And it was a good interception. Other than that, very strong on the ball. He battled extremely well. And he showed a moment of brilliant skill where he's under pressure. He looks like he's going to lose the ball. And he's got the better of 1 or 2 Fulham players to keep the ball alive for Arsenal. So I'm going to give him I'll give him a 7.5 for Gabriel Jesus. I think that's as much as I'll give out. Right, DGB says Martinelli made good runs and end product wasn't great, but the work rate alone, the work rate alone was I think it was a 7 minimum. Yeah, I say that. I'll say 7 for me. Right, let's get to the substitutions. Who do we bring on? We made 3 substitutes. Takahiro, Tomiyasu, and Rob Holding. But the first one was Eddie Nketiah. For me, he came on and he made an impact for me. Brilliant skill by going past one player on the ball. He was going past 2, creating an opportunity. Well, opportunities was created for him. And I forgot to say about Martinelli. He got the better of the defender on the wing, got the outside of him, and he was trying to go for goal at a ridiculous angle when he should have cut it back to an Arsenal player. But then again, I'm just about giving him a 7 there. Eddie Nketiah, back to him. Yeah, he came off with Kieran Tierney, and what an impact he made. I think he played his part in the equaliser as well. And yeah, he had an opportunity to score himself, and I think he found Leno on splendid form. Other than that, I'm going to give him a 7. Takahiro, Tomiyasu, and Rob Holding, they came on. I can't say they really did a lot in that game. Well, very little in that game, so I'm going to give him a standard 5. Right, Mikel Arteta. I'll give him a 9. It was a battling game. He picked the right team for me. I thought the setup was superb. I thought the way he got the attacking players to press from the front was all right, but I've seen them do a lot better than that. And I think he stuck to his gun, and the bravery he showed for taking off a left back and to go with an attacker, it made us change the intensity of the game. For me, Arteta was part of the reason why we got the 3 points, due to his brave tactical decision to add another attacker along with Jesus. I'm going to give Arteta a 9.5. DGB says Eddie, Tommy, and Holding, the subs. Eddie was a 7. Energy was great. He needs to take his chances better though. Tommy didn't pull any trees up. 6, and Holding just saw the game out. 6. Yep, 6 from you, DGB, for Holding and Tomiyasu. Eddie gets a 7. I think we agree on that one there. Another one. That's it. The referee, he let a lot go. Yeah. I mean, Ty was on the fan cam saying, how did Mitrovic not get sent off? Well, it wasn't just Mitrovic. There were a number of challenges going off, and I think the referee let a lot go to a certain extent. Other than that, some of the decisions he made were just so questionable. Oh, I'm going to give him a standard 5. And I'm coming to the fans right now. And DGB says fans get top marks. They cheered the team. They cheered the team whistle to whistle. Absolutely. The fans were electrifying. You could hear them singing the Saliba song. Or Zinchenko. Oh, always believe in your soul. I can't even complete the rest of it, but I'll get there in the end. 10 out of 10 for the fans. Brilliant turnout, over 60,000. Their voices were heard all over the Emirates Stadium. And even at 1-0 with over half an hour, even at 1-0 with over half an hour to go, the fans got behind the team. And for me, that was a pleasure to be in the terraces and hear the fans get vocal right behind the team. And for me, Arsenal are going in the right direction. And I said on the fan cam, I want us to challenge for the top 3 and 4. And come May, I feel that we can finish between 80 to 85 plus points by the end of the season. How many points do you believe Arsenal will finish on by the end of the season? Leave it in the comment section below, or in the chat below, should I say. I say 80 to 85 points. Last season, we finished 5th with 69 points. If we finish 3rd or 4th, I want 80 to 85 points finish. We get that, I'm happy. That involves less than 13 league defeats. Ideally, I want us to finish with less than, let's say, 7 defeats. Let me be more realistic. Let's say 10 defeats and win 25, if not 26 Premier League games. DGB again. He says ref was poor. I think he's out of his depth. 5 is too kind. 3 for me. I've given them a 5. Only because he did, to an extent, allow the game to flow. He tried to, but for me, there were too many decisions. There were a few decisions that were iffy, and there were some decisions that weren't warranted a yellow card. So, yeah, let's say, I'll say 5. That's my markings based on my opinion. You've given a 3. Fair play to you. Right. The fans, 10 out of 10. So I've come to the end of this conclusion. So allow me to say, ladies, to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, and to DGB for sending in his chat. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Saving the best to last, as I always do. Thank you so much for putting up with me. I'll be here again, hopefully later on for DLG Repping's Daily Transfer News, bringing you all speculations to do with Arsenal's incomings, hopefully, and the outgoings as well. Other than that, I'm out of here again. So once again, look after your friends. Please look after your families. Look after yourselves, which is important. If it's hotter than London, you know what? Drink loads of water, yeah? Stay safe. Peace, love, and bless again. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do all of that for me, yeah? As DLG Repping, I'll talk to you again. Just remember, always be nice.